Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to your favorite Thursday news live stream. Why is it your favorite news live stream? Well, because you either love the biblical worldview of politics or you hate the biblical worldview of politics. Either way, you are watching this show to hate or to love. Either way, we enjoy you. Welcome. I'm Jeremiah Campana, your host, with my co-host here in vacation mode, Alex Medeiros. Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I even got my vacation shirt on. I am just totally out of news loops. I don't know what's going on, so I'm just ready for what you throw at me tonight.
All right. Well, hopefully you didn't turn your brain off completely because it's been, since we talked last week, there actually has been quite a few things that have gone on. But you're in the free state of Florida. Tell me, do you feel more freedom? Like, do you actually physically feel more free down there?
Yeah, instead of carrying one gun, I carry like six. I just have like one in each pocket. They're like hanging out. Nobody cares. It's pretty fun.
Just like a Wild West, just firing in the air.
Yep. Speed limits apparently don't matter either. Everybody goes at least 20 above the given speed limit. And if you don't, they just pass you. So there's that too.
Because
That's
everybody
fun.
down south is Dale Earnhardt, man. That's their goal.
Yeah.
Trying to NASCAR race through the highways, dude. Yeah, the last time I was there, that's exactly how it was. But yeah, man, Florida. It's been a long time since I've been to Florida because I used to go every stinking year, and I got tired of it. So I haven't been in a very long time. But yeah, man, I long for the freedom and liberty that Florida has. So I'm a little jealous of you.
Man, I don't know if I would move out here, but it is awesome being out here for sure, for at least a week.
Oh, wait a minute. If it's awesome, why wouldn't you move there?
Dude, it is hot. I mean, my car, I thought my AC was great up north. I get down here and it's struggling and like making loud noises. I'm like, oh.
Well, it is what it is. Folks, listen, if you joined in last week, I see there's a few of you watching here. Now, listen. Okay, we took callers last week, and we decided this is something we want to keep doing. But in order to take callers, we need you to hit that like button and share the show so we can get a lot of people in the chat, get the algorithm getting us, putting us out there so people are browsing, they're finding us. We get enough people in the chat, we'll take callers again so we can get your opinion on what is happening. Too many alligators. Listen, okay, every region of the United States has crazy stuff, okay?
It's not where I'm from.
What you got, like poison crabs or something, don't you?
No, nothing. There is nothing that can kill you in Rhode Island. Like, well, all right, I'm sure there's something, but nothing like crazy. Like no like super poisonous spiders, tornadoes, we have nothing. It's the chillest state in America.
I don't believe you. There's something in the ocean in Rhode Island near where you are that can kill you. I promise you.
If there's a shark sighting on a beach in Rhode Island, it's like the top of the local news. All right.
The sharks just don't like Rhode Island, I guess. Okay. No. Well, maybe you're right. I'll have to do some more research in this, and next week I'm going to come with the truth. About Rhode Island, because I don't believe you. But yes, folks, stick around, hit that like button. We're going to take your calls later on this show. But first, Alex, I quizzed you on this last week. You got the answer wrong, and then you got it right. So I'm hoping you get it right now. Who is our favorite group of people to pick on this show, besides our haters in the comments?
White liberal woman. That's the one thing we have in Rhode Island. We found it.
What? Yes. Yeah, and they will kill you. Okay, they are very dangerous. So you got to be careful with them liberal white women. Okay, especially ones that love to defeat fascism with song. I almost did it, Alex. I almost played the video without first bringing it on screen. See, I got to do all the tech today, folks. So just bear with me.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. So if you see me, like my eye enlarged here, I'm just trying to watch videos. All right, mind your business.
Gotcha. All right, and here's our white liberal women doing what they do best.
3, 4, 1. We see that there's a wrong to be righted to. We know that we are stronger when united. 3. We exercise our right to assemble. 4. That's when the proud and mighty start to tremble. Just in case you're wondering. Just in case you're wondering. Just in case you're wondering. Hey, hey, look this way. This is what democracy looks like. Show me.
Does that have the one guy in the room?
Now there's one.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like. Fascism defeated. Fascism is
pack
defeated.
it up, boys.
And I'm done. Biblical worldview destroyed. It's over. That's what democracy looks like. I can't. Why do they think? Is this a boomer thing or something? Like there was more than boomers. There was younger folks in the room, but is that a boomer thing that we can somehow defeat the man with song? Is that?
Yeah, I think they just don't know what else to do. They're like, they need to do something, right?
Giant lizards and Cuban women in Florida, absolutely petrifying.
Lots of Cuban women.
Yes, but Ohio Patriot. At least they didn't dance. Oh, do I have a video for you? Because it just so happens that our next video of white liberal women, if that was defeating of fascism, this next video I'm going to show you grinds fascism into dust and scatters it into the wind, because this can't be topped. I mean, I don't know what we can do. You can't vote your way out of this. You can't vote your way out of this. As soon as I bring it up screen here. There we go. Okay, we're getting the hang of this. Not a single Native American there. This cultural appropriation is disgusting. Oh boy. I don't.
Yeah, this is typical white people behavior. Unfortunately, I know it too well. That's like what my wedding looked like, pretty much. That's how good my family can dance.
You gotta be kidding. You serious?
Yeah, I mean, all right, no. For my side of the family, my wife's side of the family is Puerto Rican. Her cousins were ripping that dance floor up. It was no joke.
Oh, I hear you. I don't know what does it take courage to be a part of a dance circle like that, or just no friends? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no friends, complete boredom, and yeah, dude, I really don't understand the appeal of gathering in groups like this and singing and dancing, unless like you're a dude trying to get laid. I mean, I didn't see necessarily any particular prospects that I would have went after in that group if I was a single guy trying to get laid. But
no, not at all.
Yeah.
None.
And this is what they think Native Americans were like when we came to to colonize.
Yes, that's the thing. They accuse us of being racist, and yet it's them who portrays minorities in this bizarre way that I'm sure any Native American who caught that video was like, what the heck are you doing, you weirdo? Get out of here. Like, you're not welcome on the reservation. Go get.
Yeah.
That's funny you brought that up. I was briefly on a reservation in Montana when I went to Montana a couple of years ago. And it was kind of intimidating. It was a little intimidating because they don't really acknowledge you much. And you are like the obvious minority there, right? You stick out like a sore thumb. And I just like went into the gas station, and there's just like people hanging out. There's like dogs everywhere, and it's like a place of business, but nobody cares. And it was just really weird. Like, they're just like, oh yeah, what's up? Like, they just take your money. They don't even like tell you how much it is. They just like scan it, and they're like, okay, I guess I'll go.
You're not getting no change here. Sorry, sir. Exact change only, but We're not going to tell you the price.
Right. Just scan your card. Get out, white boy. No, it was a little intimidating. Like it wasn't. I think they weren't mean or anything. They were just kind of like we don't care about your existence, or it was that vibe of just like, whatever, dude. All right, see ya.
You know, that's kind of maybe how we should treat tourists and immigrants, right? I mean,
sure. Sure. But you know, Alex, you said that there were no prospects, there were no attractive women in that dance circle that you would have went after anyways if you were a guy looking to score some chicks. Well, I have very bad news for you, my friend, because even if you were looking to score, even if you were looking for the future, you know, you're already married right now, but back then, if you were looking for the future, Mrs. Medeiros, you would.
If my wife tragically dies in a boating accident in Florida,
you would be completely out of luck, my friend.
Okay.
I said that as soon as she turned the light off on me.
Not date a MAGA guy, even if my life depended on it. Okay,
you're not dating you.
But like,
I mean, I'm sorry, dude.
What's with the mask on camera? She's like in her room, right?
She's in her room by herself with the mask on camera. Yes, holding the sign. She says, "I don't date MAGA." But yeah, dude, it's
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. So if you ever become single, your prospects are slim. Not physically though, because she was not.
No. Oh man.
Back in the day, they sold the cheapest cigarettes. If I still smoked cigarettes, I would have bought a pack for sure. I guess I should have just bought a pack for the novelty of it, because they probably had like brands that you never even heard of.
Yeah. Speaking of Native American cigarettes, my friend in high school used to smoke American Spirits because he thought they were healthier for him. So those are my kind of friends in high school.
Oh, hey, you know, they don't have the rat poison in them, right? It's just
yeah, sure.
I do. You know what's weird though? Here, while I'm about to pull up this next video, is that as when did I quit? 2022. Because I was smoking cigarettes in rehab, because when you're in rehab, there's like nothing else to do but smoke cigarettes. So I did
drink coffee
a bit there, and tons of coffee. Yes, you are correct. And now I drink like a pot a day, like it's insane. But most people, like the smell of a cigarette disgusts them. Like it still like triggers me when I smell a cigarette. I'm like, that smells delicious. I want one.
I cave in every once in a while, especially I work at a car dealership. Half the guys there still smoke cigarettes.
I was about to say, so like you're just surrounded.
Yeah, every now and then I'm like, mind if I get one?
I got bullied at smoking because I did menthol.
That's like a southern thing, right? They don't do menthol in the South.
Oh, they don't.
Menthol is like menthol is like a northern thing. I'm pretty sure.
I was about to say, like Newports were like kings here in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, yeah. Newports, oh man. Newports are the worst, dude. You can feel the fiberglass in your throat.
You literally can. You literally can. It's like I can like my lungs are bleeding literally like right now after smoking that cigarette. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts. But you know, what's in case you didn't know, there's been changes, Alex, to the SNAP program. So, you know, you can't get your cigarettes in your junk food anymore. And this is
you can get cigarettes on SNAP?
I don't know. I assume so.
Okay.
But this is making some people very, very upset. Very upset.
They have all the sweets of a SNAP benefits. Y'all, we are about to be passing out packs of chicken in exchange for Little Debbie snack cakes. I promise y'all it'll be worth it. I'm gonna get y'all the organic grass-fed chicken.
Oh, you sold me. You sold me. You give me some of that, I'll trade you some Little Debbie's.
That is problem. True. Yeah. Healthy. I mean, half the food that they say organic is just as bad as the other food. It's all a big scam. But you know, when you try to eat healthy, that stuff's expensive.
Dude, it is. You can get regular chicken at a good price, but you can't get organic grass-fed chicken at a good price. That's just not happening.
Chicken's pretty cheap right now, $2.50 a pound. Right, that's what I get.
Yep. And it's still, I mean, so if the food you buy at the grocery store still isn't the greatest, is that still healthier than going to a restaurant?
Yeah, because the restaurant cooks in the cheapest way possible, right? So they're not using butter when they cook; they're using margarine. Like some restaurants, like advertise that they do better, and if they do, you know you're going to be paying for it. But I mean, those kitchens are gross to begin with, right? You've been to the back of a restaurant.
It's been a while, but yeah.
But my mom's been in the restaurant industry her entire life, and the stories she tells. Half the restaurants she's worked at, they're just microwaving 90% of their food. It's crazy.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. Six viewers now. Like I said, we're taking calls. If we get enough of you in here, make sure you hit that like button and share the show so we can get this chat popping off so we can take some phone calls. Let's break into the news. I'm going to lead us off with this story because this just recently happened. You might have caught a glimpse of it before.
Real quick while you bring that up.
Yeah.
What happened recently with the SNAP benefits? Like, so they took out, like, you can only purchase certain foods now?
Yeah, I do believe RFK has revolutionized
Good.
And will continue to do so, the SNAP benefits.
Yeah, there's no reason you should be eating what are those? I love them. They're so good. What are they called? Oatmeal cookie cream pies. You ever have those? There should be no reason that you're buying oatmeal cream cookie pies or whatever on SNAP.
Not on my tax dollar. Absolutely
No.
not. Absolutely not. My tax shouldn't be paying for your fudge rounds, your Twinkies, your Monster Energy drinks, none of that crap. Like, go get real food and let's make America healthy again. But yes, breaking into the news before we get to some of the articles I'll be pulling up on Iran, Mark Zuckerberg cloning himself, pastors blessing death live on camera, just like bizarre stuff going on this week, folks. Mom Donnie dropped this video that everybody is talking about. Have a listen.
When I ran for mayor, I said I was going to tax the rich.
That's the face you see right before he tells you that you need to accept Allah as God before he beheads you. That's the face.
Yeah, when he knocks on your door and he's peering into your peephole, it's like, hey, I'm the mayor.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah, have you read the Quran lately?
Have you read the Quran lately?
Well, today, we're taxing the rich. I'm thrilled to announce we've secured a pied-à-terre tax, the first in New York's history. This is an annual fee on luxury properties worth more than $5 million, whose owners do not live full-time in the city. Like for this penthouse, which hedge fund CEO Ken Griffin bought for $238 million. This pied-à-terre tax is specifically designed for the richest of the rich, those who store their wealth in New York City real estate, but who don't actually live here. But even so, they're able to reap the huge financial rewards of owning property in, dare I say, the greatest city in the world. And most of the time, these units are sitting empty, since again, they don't actually live here. This is a fundamentally unfair system that hurts working New Yorkers. Now, it's coming to an end. This tax will raise at least $500 million directly for the city.
For me.
It'll help fund things like free childcare, cleaner streets,
Notice how he also didn't say how it hurts New Yorkers.
and safer neighborhoods. As mayor, I believe everyone has a role to play in contributing to our city, and some a little bit more than others. Happy Tax Day, New York.
But his base loves that. Loves that. That's the problem, is you have low IQ voters who voted that in.
It is crazy to have a $238 million penthouse. I'm not saying I'm for the tax. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Cannot relate.
No, I can't relate. Maybe one day.
But when he said 5 million, I was like, okay, so 99% of homes in New York City.
In New York City, right? Yeah, like such an arrogant little twit. Exactly, exactly. So there's so many things wrong with that. First of all, if you own a piece of property, like, bug off. Like, it's my property. Like, what do you want me? Like, if I want to stay there, if I don't want to stay there, what does it matter? I bought it. It's mine. Like, so that's
the reason.
one
Of the biggest. Oh, sorry. Go
No, go ahead. What was you about to say?
No, so one of the biggest reasons New York City is because of the real estate there.
Right.
Yeah.
Number two, he didn't say exactly how this policy of him not living in his apartment is hurting New Yorkers. He said it hurts New Yorkers. Didn't tell us exactly how it's doing that. Third of all, I mean, he paid taxes on the purchase and he's paying property taxes annually. So he is already paying taxes to the city by owning the place. I'm sure that building has to be staffed with people because it's probably got clients like that more than just him in there. So they probably have to have high level staff in there to keep it clean, run it, security, all that stuff. So he's created jobs by purchasing that. And if he leaves now because you taxed him, this stupid camera, if he leaves now because you taxed him, you just eliminated all of that. Like, what is this is communism in action.
And there's probably some crazy HOA fee in the building, right? So that's a whole other business that's affected by it.
Yep, exactly. Yep, he probably has to pay his fees for being part of HOAs, which are like the biggest scam ever. But he has to.
Yeah, I'm sure that building has like an HOA. Yeah.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. So I don't know.
But you bring up a great point. He never actually made an argument for why what this guy doing is bad for New York.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, tell me how. How is it hurting me as a New Yorker?
Yeah.
This guy has a place that I will never afford.
Right.
And they already got a mass exodus, right? Like we hear in the news, millionaires leaving New York City, like for red states. They're going to red states.
I don't know exactly what it was, but I read they're trying to recapture them even if they don't live in New York anymore. They're trying some shenanigans with their businesses.
Yeah. I mean, would you try some shenanigans? I probably would.
Well, I'm saying the mayor, the city is trying to capture as much of the tax that they're levying on these people before they can actually leave.
Yep, I could see that. Or maybe they'll build a wall to keep people in from I think Germany may have tried that once. Post World War II. I think in Berlin, I think maybe it was the city that tried that once. Wonder how it went for those people. America's low-key lost. Come on, no black pills, all right? Only white pills in the chat, all right?
Yeah, we have children, all right? No black pills.
No black pills. I feel you though. I try. It's a struggle every day to fight that black pill. But if you have Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, ultimately you're never black pilled because hey, if you take me from this earth, I know where I'm going. So it's what it is. The kingdom waiting for me after this. This doesn't even hold a candle to that. So,
no property tax there. You think? I don't know.
No. Oh man, if Jesus taxes me on property, I'm gonna cry. I might cry. You're like, Jesus, come on, man. Alex, I know that me and you have had a real hard time wrapping our minds of what's going on in Iran. Because it changes every day, and sometimes within the same day we'll get two contradictory statements about what the heck is going on there. So I do have a story here that has a pretty bold claim that I'm sure you've seen. Again, maybe if I move my tabs over, folks, this is why you need to have two monitors. Me and Alex were talking about this before the show. If you are a content creator live streaming, make sure you get two monitors to make this easy for you.
Yeah.
Alex, the Iran war is very close to over. It's very close to over, Trump says, and the stock market is going to boom. He insists that the war is very close.
Interesting words.
Right. We're going to blow up, boom, or else we need to worry about? Which, by the way, Alex, I don't know if you could talk about any of that stuff you told me, but hopefully you can kind of get some of that stuff in here because it relates to this story. But the comments come amid growing optimism. Diplomatic solutions to the U.S.-Iran war can be found despite the failure of peace talks last weekend. Senior U.S. official responding to a report that the countries reached a in principle agreement to extend their ceasefire. So I do believe the ceasefire has been extended another 10 days. I know that Israel and Lebanon have now called a ceasefire as well. Donald Trump, of course, we've beaten them militarily, totally. Trump told Fox Business Network's Morning with Maria, I think it's close to over. I view it as very close to over. If I pulled up stakes right now, it would take them 20 years to rebuild the country, and we're not finished. We'll see what happens. I think they want to make a deal very badly. They very badly want to make a deal because we're the best. President Trump's latest comments come amid growing market optimism. So the market's optimistic that a diplomatic solution to the U.S.-Iran war can be found despite the failure of peace talks. But a senior U.S. official told CNBC that the U.S. has not formally agreed to an extension of a ceasefire. There's continued engagement between the U.S. and Iran to reach a deal, added the official, who spoke on condition of anonymity. So that automatically means that I don't trust it. Anytime you have an anonymous source, I'm like, whatever they said is bullcrap, or you just made that up to fluff your news story. Trump later told the New York Post that fresh U.S.-Iran talks in Islamabad could be happening over the next 2 days. So tomorrow or Saturday, because today's Thursday, right? We do our shows on Thursday. He again defended U.S. military operations in Iran. We have to stop them from ever getting a nuclear weapon. Now, that's another thing that I want to talk about, Alex, is we say that we want them to never have a nuclear weapon, but we're putting deals on the table to only stop them from getting a nuclear weapon for 20 years. So if we want them to never have a nuclear weapon, why are we giving them a timetable that they can come back and then again start enriching uranium? I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe kind of like how you tell your kid, like, we'll do something next week, and then next week comes and you have to renegotiate, and you're like, listen, I know I said this week, but I know I said I'd take you out to dinner this week, but bills are high right now, so next week after that we'll go out to dinner.
And you're hoping they forget?
Yeah, you're just hoping they forget. I mean, strategically, it's kind of not your problem as a president. Maybe that's a flaw in our governmental system, is if you push things out far enough, they're not your problem, right?
That's true. He'll probably be dead by then too.
Yeah, so I don't know. But so the original ceasefire was what? It was 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, but there was complications.
And did not include Israel and Lebanon. And people were saying that because Israel kept bombing Lebanon, that violated the ceasefire. But then they were like, that was never part of the ceasefire. So now they have a ceasefire that may or may not be also a part of this ceasefire, if that makes any sense. But also, right, that Trump sends the ships to blockade the strait. But I just heard recently that the strait is now open. And that he's now taking credit for opening the strait. So is the strait open? Is the strait closed? Do we want it open? Do we want it closed? I guess it depends, because when it was closed, to me, that made sense, because we played that video of Trump trying to take over world energy and squeeze out his enemies. Remember that video we played? So if we're closing the strait, that makes sense, because China gets a large amount of their oil from Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. So if we're closing it, that hurts China immensely. But if we're opening it, we're not, and more people are buying crude oil from America than they ever have before. But our gas prices haven't gone down any. I'm like that meme of the guy with all that stuff on the board, and he's like out of his mind, and he's like trying to piece it all together. Like I can't do it.
Yeah, that's what is this, Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme? Good meme.
Yes, the Always Sunny meme. Where he's like, look at all this, man. Yeah.
Stogie in his mouth.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Is the war coming to an end?
Yeah, here's what I can say. So I didn't get
breaking news,
necessarily...
folks. Alex has inside information on what's happening here, because he knows people who know people. So
yeah, Gray said now it's just gonna fall flat, because I actually think I have unreliable information that but here's what I can say. Trump did send 5,000 Marines over to the strait. I don't know exactly what they're doing over there, but there are 5,000 Marines over there. And I'm pretty sure that brings the overall presence in that region to about 25,000 troops. So we do have a pretty good sized presence there. So like there are technically boots on the ground. And they're getting other people ready to continue to go if we need them. There are people waiting right now for to be deployed. People are ready. There's also a lot of talks. So here's what I found out, Jeremiah. Pete Hegseth, I believe it was this week, could have been last week, put out a video of, I don't know if it was a bill he was signing. I don't know exactly what it was, but he basically said, we're opening up. Because if you've ever been to a military base, Jeremiah?
I have not.
So if you go into a military base, it's pretty strict, right? They will pull you and your whole family out of that car and strip search that entire thing if you get flagged. You can't bring, if you're not a soldier, you can't bring a firearm on that base. You can't go to a store without someone with you who has a military ID. Very strict.
Oh, wow.
One of the things that is very strict is you're not allowed, even if you're an active duty service member, you're allowed to own a personal firearm, but it has to be unloaded and locked in your house, and you can't take it unless you're going off base to hunt or do something else. So you can't conceal carry a personal weapon on base. And they do have military police on base, with all the weapons, all the gear. But Pete Hegseth has said he thinks it's an infringement upon the Second Amendment. And so he signed something or gave an order to allow all service members to personally conceal carry their firearms on base. And one of the reasons he cited was because he does suspect that there are sleeper cells, T-orgs, inside of America, not only America, but actually inside of some of our bases, which is pretty crazy. So this is from Pete Hegseth. This isn't a rumor. This is what he said.
Yeah.
And one of the cases actually, for example, he actually just put out a video where he talks about there's a guy who he's a retired Navy, I think, and he went to a base probably visiting a friend, right? And he had his personal firearm with him. So they stopped him at the gate and they said, "Hey, look, you have this on you. Why'd you have it?" He's like, "Oh, I completely just forgot." Right? When you carry every day, it's understandable. You could forget. I had it in my truck. I completely forgot. And they said, "Okay, why don't you go back home, drop it off, and then you can come back in." And they were apologizing to him for the inconvenience, and he did it. He came back, he visited his friend or whatever, he left. Next day, he gets a letter in the mail. He's banned from all bases in America.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
So he's looking into that. That's how strict they are. So good on Pete Hegseth, but that was some of the information I found based on our last conversation.
Yeah, that's both good and scary at the same time because I think they should be allowed to carry. But at the same time, the fact that he's admitting that there could be sleepers in our own military on our bases ready. Now, here's a tinfoil hat for you. I was talking to a friend about this, and he said that the only reason a base would get attacked because in war, you're typically going for the enemy's infrastructure. So their water and their electricity, like things that'll hurt the population. So attacking a military base would be stupid unless you wanted a false flag to happen, a false flag attack, do it on a military base where not a lot gets damaged. Maybe a few people get injured. God forbid, a few of our soldiers get killed. But now we have a reason to escalate. Maybe now we are invading mainland Iran with troops and, who knows? Nukes, who knows? But
you kill American soldiers on American soil and we will all come together and destroy you. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
No, that's the tinfoil hat take that if it were to be a base, it'd be something that maybe we allowed to happen so that we could escalate the war, according to those conspiracy theorists out there. I don't know where I land on that. I don't know. It makes sense to me, but
are you like, all right, could 9/11 have been a sort of false flag, do you think? Is that possible?
I think it's possible. Yeah.
I think
don't know how Tower 3 fell.
I think that is less in the conspiracy theory range nowadays, and it's more accepted to kind of question the narrative on that. And so I wouldn't be surprised if something like that were to happen again.
True. Ohio Patriot brings up a story that I don't remember. Nidal Hassan, who shot his fellow military on the Fort Hood shooting. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, that was, and that happened. Like we weren't in the same situation, so I think it would carry a lot more firepower, a lot more emotion behind it should it happen now. Especially, oh my gosh, right before the midterms, if this happened in like October, the October surprise, as we like to call it in politics, where something in October, always something bat-ish crazy happens in October that just like throws everything off. The Biden laptop, there's always something.
That was fake news. Come on, man.
Oh, it was, but no, it wasn't. It was faked by the fake news that it was fake. It was fake. But that was yeah. But so if it happens in October, like I'm gonna side eye it a little bit, like right before the midterms, if we get something like that, like now we got to keep Republicans in office. Which we do, but not for that reason. And we got to get the crap ones out. I was just about to jump to this clone story. Stick around for Mark Zuckerberg cloning story, but I do have breaking news. This just happened literally not long before we jumped on here today. And I want to lambast 10 Republicans. Here, let me find it. This is probably going to make you mad as well, Alex. I'm not going to lie, so just prepare yourself. Breaking: the House just voted 224 to 204 to pass a 3-year extension, so Trump will be out of office, of temporary protected status for 350,000 Haitians living in the U.S. 10 Republicans and 1 independent voted with the Democrats to pass it. And here they are. From Maria Salazar, right in the state that you're in. So if you want to pay her a visit and give her a piece of your mind, and Carlos Gimenez, and Mario Diaz. What is going on, Florida? 3 Republicans from Florida and 2 from Ohio. Mike Turner, Snake. Mike Carey, Snake. And then this random independent that I never heard of, Kevin Kiley. From California. Wow, an independent in California, not a Democrat. That's crazy. But dude, this is, first of all, this is a huge backstab. Now the Senate hasn't passed it yet. And
this is for Haitians across the nation, or is it particular areas?
Yeah, 350,000 Haitians are in America under temporary protected status. That status had expired, and Trump went to go deport them all. In fact, we had, freaking our cats and dogs and geese are all being eaten in Springfield, Ohio, as you are well aware. And thanks, my dogs. They're all being eaten, and it expired. And Trump was like, "Okay, well, we're sending ICE after them now." And then the federal judge was like, "No, you can't do that," and stopped him. And for some reason, he listened to this judge, and this bought Congress enough time to do this garbage, basically.
I do have an image forever burned in my head of a Haitian in Springfield, Ohio, with a goose yoked up by the throat, walking down the street like that. This is totally normal.
That is the summer of 2024. That pretty much describes that summer, right before the election.
Yeah. I wonder how long they were granted this TPS for. Do you know?
It was the original, I want to say it was 3 years. Here, let's
and it was
see
due to some sort of conflict.
Yeah, so Haiti's considered like a dangerous place to be. So what Biden did was he granted them all blanket immunity, temporary protected status, and then I forget the name of the app. They all had an app that said, "Hey, there's jobs in this town," so they could all know where to go and live and get jobs.
Interesting.
And Springfield, Ohio was randomly one of those towns, but it wasn't random because Governor Mike DeWine, in his infinite wisdom, said, "Bring them here. Bring them here." He's such
And-
a weenie.
And as we found out, thanks to our friend Nick Shirley, a lot of times the reasoning behind this is they know they can funnel taxpayer money to these people and somehow, some way get in on the action. That is the playbook.
Yep, 100%, 100%. They get.
So do you think these rhinos, these Republicans who voted for this, do you think someone came to them and said, hey, there's a lot to gain for you on this decision?
Oh, for sure. In fact, I want to the two Republicans from Ohio probably got calls from our governor and said, you need to vote for this, and here's why, and gave them some kind of whatever they got going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Here, our local fact checker TPS has been going on since about 2010 when they came because of an earthquake. So it's already been extended 5 times. Unbelievable.
And this is what happens. Then people are here for 15, 16 years, and then they start to make the argument, well, these people are hardworking, and they have families here, and they've been here forever. We just need to let them stay.
Yep. That's the playbook. Yeah. Keep extending that. And then, they've been here. It's like they should have never been here in the first place. It's not my fault that it's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. It was ICE is here in Ohio. They were gearing up to go. I remember when the federal judge stopped the deportations from happening because on Facebook, all the activists were gearing up for the Minnesota style protests in Springfield. And it never came to be because of this stupid judge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad, man. I don't know if we're ever going to fix the immigration problem in this country. I know you said no black pills.
No black pills. Because you got to fix Congress.
Yeah. We have one of the hardest on immigration presidents we've ever seen in office, and we've got some things. We've got some good things going, but I mean, even this guy who is the hardest on immigration we've seen in a while, and here we are still with 350,000 Haitians who have gotten 5 extensions on their TPS.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's tough. It's tough to battle that black pill every day. But we got this next story. Meta creating AI version of Mark Zuckerberg so staff can talk to the boss. Digital clone being trained on his thoughts, tone, and mannerisms to help workers feel connected. If you're one of Meta's 79,000 employees and can't get a hold of the boss, don't worry. The owner of Facebook and Instagram is reportedly working on an AI version of himself. The AI clone is being trained on, we all just read it. The Meta chief has a history of creating and experimenting with digitalized versions of himself. In 2022, he shared his own avatar of himself, his self-proclaimed metaverse, which was publicly mocked for the graphics quality, leading him to post an upgraded version later. However, Meta scaled back its vision for the metaverse, in which people's digital representatives or avatars can interact with other virtual humans. What's that movie? Ready Player One, where they like life sucks outside, so they spend their entire life in a digital world. We're headed there.
Yeah.
The company has instead been developing AI generated 3D characters that can engage with humans in day-to-day conversation. It's recently started focusing on building a character based on Zuckerberg himself. He's 41. Wow. Yeah, I thought he was a little older than that.
He's a young man. Yeah.
Yeah, still a young man. Person familiar with the project told FT that the AI character would be developed using images, blah, blah, blah. When you add a realistic AI video and voice engagement, retention go up. So people work better when the information they need is delivered by a familiar face or voice. Are you really, though, going to be conned into thinking you're actually talking to the boss, though? Boy, I'm going to stay with my company because I get to talk with Mark Zuckerberg every day.
And can you get fired for talking crap to the AI version of Zuckerberg?
Hey man, Elon's better. X is better.
Yeah, Elon would have whooped your ass in that cage match you guys are supposed to do. Yeah, honestly though, I do think this is a good move for businesses, especially businesses this size. Because I mean that's when you're in a business this size, all you're doing is delegate. You actually don't really do any work yourself anymore. You can't, it's impossible. So you become a master of delegation and you need to spread yourself. You know, if you have 10,000 workers who are doing manual labor, maybe in this it's coding, then you have, 1,000 managers who manage 10 of these coders, and then, all the way up the ranks until you're only talking to, 10 people who are managing these large swaths of employees. I think that if, and this is a big if because AI is very, very finicky to say the least, if you can get an actual representation of what's going on in Mark Zuckerberg's brain, and even to an accuracy of 95%, even to get the decisions that he would make, that would greatly increase the efficiency and the output of a company of this size, in my opinion.
I don't know if I agree, but it's hard for me to really put myself in the shoes of that without having experienced it.
Here's a good experiment. You've had, how many jobs have you had?
Oh, a ton.
Okay. So when you go to ask the boss a question, right? But like in the back of your head, like this is probably a stupid question, right? Like,
yeah.
And then, a year later, you're like, yeah. When I asked that was dumb. I should have known that was an easy task. I like imagine how many times that doesn't happen if you have, and even if you have a basic AI, like, all right, so if I had a lawn care business and I run into a customer where they haven't picked up their dog poop, instead of calling my manager or calling the boss, I pull up the AI that my work gave me access to, and I say, hey, what do I do? This person hasn't picked up the dog poop. And it's like, all right, just continue work, and then we charge them $50 because we're gonna have to clean our plates at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, this is what I do. I don't have to call somebody and ask them. I'm not wasting other people's time.
That's a good point. Okay, now I see how this can be beneficial. So I guess it is a good thing. It's just creepy.
Yes. Yeah. Making it like an actual avatar that like pops holograms out of your phone, that would be really creepy, which is something like that they would do.
Yeah, it is, and he's a creepy looking guy. So like, if I feel like he's always watching me, like that's just gonna be, I think that might actually make me less productive. Like,
and I don't trust Mark at all.
Oh no, he pretended for a hot second to be MAGA. And then that kind of went away. So I don't know what his like. He's a snake. I feel like he's or a chameleon. Like I just want to blend in with whatever is going to get me popular, not necessarily what I actually believe.
Yep.
Folks, we probably not going to do calls today. We do not have a loaded chat like we did last week. But if anyone does want to call in, I mean, let us know. We'll put the link in the chat, and you can call in and give us your thoughts on what we have been talking about thus far. This next story, Alex, does hit me a little like this really makes me want to do non-Christian things. You'll see why here in just a second. Like especially coming from clergy, pastor in a let me bring it up. Pastor holds ceremony to bless an abortion clinic. First of all, look at this guy. And then I'm sure that's a pastor as well.
Yeah. and her lesbian lover and a surrogacy.
Yep. With this, yes. This type of stuff grinds my gears, dude. Grinds my gears. In a move that sparked outrage among pro-life advocates, a group of religious leaders led by Reverend Katie Zeh conducted a blessing ceremony at the Women's Health Center of Maryland, an abortion clinic in a small Appalachian town, no less, where people probably hate this, the hate baby murder. The event organized by Zez ZEH. I don't Zeh.
You gotta say it from your throat.
Religious community for reproductive choice aim to sanctify the abortion center that kills babies and abortions almost every day. He's a Baptist minister. Oh man, I gotta tell my Baptist pastor about this. And a Yale Divinity School graduate. Well, there you go. There's the problem. He graduated from freaking Yale.
Yeah.
Walked through the abortion center's halls with incense, offering prayers of protection. Oh, the irony in that you are offering prayers of protection in a place that is killing unborn babies. No, dude, like I don't care. Like this dude looks like he's 80 years old. I still want to deck him right in his face. That's like this type of stuff kills
Which
me.
would kill him, but
Which would. He joined by the Reverend Jim Lewis and Episcopalians. Well, Episcopalians, they're off the rails anyway. Priest and former member of clergy also spoke at the event, calling his pre-Roe efforts to connect women with abortionists. Leading pro-life advocates condemn the blessings. For decades, the left has been downright hostile to expressions of religious faith, except apparently when it comes to celebrating abortion. Of course, it's just like, dude, like whenever I see church leadership do stuff like that, like are you going to have Schoolboy on again?
Yeah, we'll do something with Schoolboy again.
Yeah.
Schoolboy had a debate on my channel recently. That's where that question comes from.
Okay. No, I am not Orthodox, my friend. I am not Orthodox. I have no problem with Orthodox people or Catholics, really. I'm not as angry as Joel, I'm sure you know. But it doesn't matter whatever the clergy is. If you're in it, like the Pope, I got my problems with the Pope right now. That was an evangelical pastor, of course, a Baptist minister, reverend, who deserves his title stripped away and never to be in front of a pulpit ever again. But that's one of the problems, I think, Alex. One that can solve a lot of problems in this country. You know, we talk about being black-pilled. We would have no reason to be black-pilled if the American church across the board, Catholics, Orthodox, evangelicals, were united in doing the right freaking thing. Like, you know, being the voice of morals to government and the people in their communities. We lack that. And I think we have for probably a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there is a large amount of people who call themselves Christians who would applaud this. And it's very frightening, very frightening. I mean, I don't know if it's just because I've been aware of the science and just the overall situation of what abortion is. But like, it just seemed like, you know, I'm almost 30. And since I was at least 18, I've known just how obvious what abortion actually is.
Right.
But I can't even fathom it, going in there and blessing an institution that literally takes the lives of the most innocent and unprotected human beings in this world.
Yeah, that is something I would expect from the Church of Satan, maybe even Scientologists. Like, I don't know. Like, the last thing I'm expecting is a Baptist reverend to be in there doing that ritual. Like, it's one thing to just maybe say or even avoid the subject. It's a completely other thing to burn incense and hold a traditional thing in a place of death. Like, that's like
he's asking God to bless this,
right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's,
I can't imagine like God, what God is like. He's like, are you kidding me?
yeah.
And then I got to
Insane.
question your salvation at that point, right? Like, are you even what you claim to be? Because
that's a
could you
huge
really
red
be
flag.
that misguided?
That's a great question. We should bring that up to Joel.
We should. we should. But yeah, dude, that type of stuff really grinds my gears. All right, I got a couple. I got two things left
How do you,
for us here.
all right, real quick. Sorry, while we're on the topic, how do you
Yeah,
feel about people going outside of abortion clinics?
What do you mean? What?
Like protesting or the abolitionist. What's the
I'm
guy's
all
name?
for it.
Abolitionist uprising.
Oh, 100% for it. 100% for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Now, here's a more interesting question.
Oh.
How far? Think about it this way, right? This is just a testament to our culture and how we think about these things. But if it were literal 2-year-olds inside of that clinic,
Yeah.
and it was, I mean, the one that's like 15 minutes from my house, 8 per day is the average, 8 abortions a day.
Ugh.
So could you imagine if 8 2-year-olds walked into that place and didn't walk out every single day? Do you think it would change? Like, all right, what would you do if it was just your neighbor?
If it was my neighbor killing kids?
Yeah.
I
Seriously. Would you go knock his door down?
If
you called the cops and the cops didn't do anything about it.
Okay, if I call the cops and the cops didn't do anything about it, I would personally, I would arm myself, set up shop in front of his house, and stop every child from going in there.
Right. But we don't do that when it comes to abortion, and we ought not do that, right? That's
what you mean. So you're saying that we. So taking the neighbor's house, and now we're making this an abortion clinic. You're saying that we should be doing that. Is that what
I don't know?
Or
that's the question.
Well, if it was, that's a great question, because we're going to prison if we do that, right? So
yeah, because now it's state sponsored,
right? Because it's state sponsored. Should more Christians be doing it? Probably.
Because you're saying going outside of the clinics in the first place, not armed, not anything violent at this point.
Not anything violent, but if enough Christians decided that they were going to block the entrances of abortion clinics all over the country, even if let's see, hold on, let me get some hard numbers here for you. How many Christians estimated live in America? Okay,
in America, I'm going to say 70%. I'm going to say about 200 million.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, it's between 162 and 235 million. So let's just say, for easy numbers, 200 million. So let's just say 200 million Christians live in America, and of that 200 million, 162 of that million actually are Christians. The other ones are Christians in name only. So we have 162 million actual Christians in this country. If 5 million of them did this across the country, it would probably cause enough ruckus that they would have to shut the abortion clinics down.
That's a good point. 5 million is a pretty large number.
It would be too large.
How many people you think were protesting ICE across the nation? Was it 5 million?
Oh no, probably not even.
Yeah, so if they can cause that
probably
much
not
ruckus,
even at 1 million. Yeah.
So what do you think it takes then for the church to uprise 5 million in a peaceful protest to shut down abortion clinics across America?
To actually preach what the Bible says in their churches, stop hiding from it. They just don't. They either don't talk about it, or they agree with it, or they don't talk about it, agree with it, or don't think that anything should be done besides preaching the gospel. Right. Oh, we can't, we can't fight it. You just got to preach the gospel. Will change hearts and minds. And when enough hearts and minds are changed, then the law will change. No.
Oops, I got my finger on. You got to fix this. Sorry.
What do you, I gotcha.
There's a full screen button on my end, and I hit the wrong one.
Collins, Paisios, if you're still here. By the way, if anyone who's watching, please hit that thumbs up, share the show. If you want to call in, dude, we'll take your phone call. We don't mind doing that, just so we can keep it week to week. Would love to have a caller in every week to help share what the audience is thinking. Record number according to Life News. Interesting. Over 111 babies are killed a day since the abortion pill. Yeah, it's the pill. Trump's got to do something about that.
Yeah, are those statistics counting the pill?
Yes.
The 1100. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Which makes sense. That makes sense because the pill is crazy.
That still seems low though, right? 'Cause that's only 400,000, maybe 500 or 600,000. At one point, it was at 1 million.
It was yeah, it fluctuates. I can't remember. What it
Or
was my-
is Ohio Patriot saying 1100 with pill only?
That's a good question.
That would make more sense.
Because she said Ohio Patriot said yes. So is it?
Oh well, no. She said yes to it. Does it include a portion pills?
Does it include the? Yeah. Okay. So it does include.
Because what's 1100 times 365? Like 500K. Let's see. 401,500. Which that's low.
Let's see. How many abortions occurred in 2025? Yeah, 1.1 million.
In America? Jeez.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, so it went
That's
up.
insane.
Because
Yeah,
it went
and I
down
wonder why-
during COVID?
Yeah. And they wonder why the
That's-
birth rates are the way that they are.
Dude, that's
So
insane.
434,000, that has to be just the pill. That has to be just the pill.
Yeah. And I wonder if
That's
that's added
insane.
on to the 1.1 because a lot of these statistics are very muddy when it comes to the pill. So I don't.
Yeah,
Like,
we don't have a birth rate
when
problem. We have an abortion
when I looked
problem.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Like,
Because how many children are born each year? Let's see.
how many kids were born in 2025? Oops.
Again, 3.6 million.
Yep.
So
So
that's
almost half were aborted.
a quarter. 25% were aborted.
Yeah, 25%. That's crazy.
And-
That's-
Dude, the statistics for the black community, I'm pretty sure as many children are born are aborted as well. It's about 50%.
that's wild.
Because a lot of these places are targeting these areas, whether it's for race or poverty or whatever the factor is.
Yeah.
They target these areas, and that's the outcome.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I see Elon Musk talking about this stuff, the low birth rates, like a lot on X. And I'm like, no, man, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is we're murdering the babies. And this is probably what killed YouTube's. This is why YouTube didn't put us in the algorithm because we're talking about abortion.
Probably. Sorry about that. I derailed on there, but you brought it up.
That's okay. That's okay. I brought it up. Yeah, I brought up the story that just really grinded my gears.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get the link ready. We'll see if anybody wants to call in real quick before we call it a night. While you get that link, let me see. I do have. Oh yes, that's what I wanted to update everybody on. Let me get it pulled up here. Now I got way too many tabs open. So if anybody wants to call in, give us your thoughts on the stories while I get one more story pulled up here. Oh, it's in my bookmarks on X. That's why. Okay. So last week, folks, we had talked about all the missing scientists that
yeah.
have been working on anti-gravity, UFO stuff, all of a sudden dying, going missing.
There it is. We used the soundboard. Good.
Good day, Marlabar. Okay. Did you drop that
hello.
link in my private chat? So
Me?
that I can post it in my do you got the link?
It's let's see if I can do that for you.
Or is it just the regular link?
It's the link up top. Yeah, in your browser. That's
Okay.
I'm just yeah. Oh no.
Pin that.
There you go.
Pin message.
It's in Jeremiah's chat. So at Jeremiah Campana.
Let me go to the vertical and pin it.
We can
there.
also get a domain for it, like callinrants or something.com, and it'll always come back to this link.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Pin. Okay, the link is pinned in my chat. I don't know if Alex has pinned it in his chat.
No, I can't do that right now. But
okay,
we did get a super chat. I can't even read it. Can you read it?
Yes, Jeremiah should definitely go to and check out a divine liturgy. What's that?
Uh-oh. Divine liturgy is what the Orthodox do on Sundays.
Oh, that's
well, not
that's
just
church.
Sundays, but that's their service. Yeah, they call it liturgy.
Gotcha.
I went to a Pascha liturgy not too long ago. They
Yeah.
do those at 11 o'clock at night. It's the week after what we consider Easter to be.
11 o'clock at night. Why?
Yep. And I don't know exactly the specific reasoning on why they do it then, but I know that it was pretty cool.
I bet. Yeah. No, they have some good traditions there, and they all have nice churches. Yes, I know evangelicals get it for having such bland churches or concert venues. That's really all you get with the evangelical church, unless you're Anglican. Okay, which I guess is that evangelical? Technically, it's Protestant, but I don't know if that's evangelical.
Definitely Protestant.
Anglicans are the closest to Catholics and Orthodox when it. As far as Protestants go. So like, no offense. Yeah. What's the matter? If I was going to go that route, I probably would become an Anglican.
Thank you for the $10, bro. I appreciate you.
No, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you watching. No ill will or feelings one way or another. I consider all brothers in Christ. I know not all evangelicals consider that, but I do. So we got 8 people watching. Listen, there's a link if you're watching on mine, if you want to call in and talk about any of the stories we talked about, I'm about to play our final story of the evening, which is an update on these scientists who have been being kidnapped and unalived, maybe. Yeah, some of them have killed themselves or vanished into thin air. Let's have a look. Why am I not? You think I would get like quicker at this as we go on, right? But not so much. Okay, then we got to lower it, and then we hit the share. Okay, Fox News actually covered this story, so this is not on the just the independent news cycles anymore. See what they had to say.
Either just vanished or disappeared in the last few years. So we hope we'll break this down for you. We put this together. The cases span from July 2023 to now. In some, deaths remain
That's actually not true. As of today, they span from 2022 until now.
Unexplained or lack full public detail. In others, sudden disappearances with few answers. So check out some of these cases. Most recently, retired Air Force General William McCaslin vanished in February. He walked out of his Albuquerque home, leaving behind his phone. Previously, he oversaw some of the Pentagon's most advanced aerospace programs. Then check out this case also in February. Astrophysicist Carl Grillmer, who worked closely on NASA missions, was killed outside of his home. Police did arrest a suspect in that case. Then 8 months earlier, U.S. rocket scientist Monica Reza disappeared while hiking in California's Angeles National Forest. Records show she worked on advanced aerospace materials. I spoke to Congressman Eric Burleson, who's calling for an FBI investigation.
Well, these were not ordinary citizens. These are some of the most advanced scientists that are working on some of our most critical nation secrets. This has all of the hallmarks of a foreign operation. And so this is something that we need to be investigating.
And Dana, so far, no local authority has publicly connected these mysterious deaths and disappearances. We did reach out to the FBI last night, who told us they have no comment.
Wow. Okay, Brooke, thanks. A little bit more update just me, but also
Way to put a kibosh on the conspiracy, guys.
Yeah.
By not commenting at all. That is insane. So there's two options, Alex. You talked about one last week that I thought is probably the most plausible. Okay. So option one is, like he said, like China or somebody is over here murking our scientists that are working on all of our military stuff, and they're doing so because they're losing in other ways, or our own government is getting rid of these people because they're building weapons that they don't want anyone else to know about, and they have to tie up the loose ends, or whatever the phrase is when you need to get rid of somebody so that no one else knows that, when you pull a heist and then you kill all the thieves that were in it with you, so you're the only one left to have the money, and
no witnesses, no face,
no
no
witnesses.
case.
Yeah, no face, no case. Exactly. Yes. Those are the only two options this could possibly be. This is like something straight out of like the legit show, The X-Files. And I'm leaning of the opinion that this is our own government getting rid of these scientists. I don't know, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible, maybe plausible, but I think framing it when you're bringing attention to it, framing it as foreign is much like. Don't you think the government would work better with you if it's framed that way? There'd be less reason to be like, we're not looking into that.
And then if people started asking questions in the press, that's an easy one to go to also, without drawing more attention to it in a way that's negative for for our American government. Like,
that's true too. No, yeah, you're not getting any political attention of people saying you're not America first or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Iranian sleeper cells, but it could be
China. I love them.
I love them.
I love them. It could be China. That's the only other explanation, because there's a lot of them immigrating here, having anchor babies here. And a lot of them come here, they have their babies, and they travel back to China. And now their kids have dual citizenship. We talked about this on this show.
Yep.
That is a high possibility as well. I just, when you look back at all the crazy stuff the CIA and the FBI have done in the course of their history, MK Ultra, Project Bluebeam, like all this crazy stuff that they've done, it's hard not to blame them for this.
Yeah. No, you're 100%.
Someone else would have to now do the job, and then they would know too much. Makes no sense unless they've already completed the work that they were hired to do. If that work has been completed, they have the weapon they need, they have the technology they need that they were able to replicate or whatever. Like, the job is done. Now we get rid of this guy. Right? The bank has been robbed. The jewels have been taken. I'll get rid of this guy. Now I get his half in my stash, and I have one less witness who can snitch to the cops.
But in those situations, they're covering their ass. So what are they covering from? What would make sense? Like, the job's done. What did they get now? They have a technology that no one else knows about.
Yeah, it has to be weapons. It has to be some kind of weapon. That has to be like, this is the only way we're keeping this top secret is to eliminate eliminate folks who worked on it.
If you go down this route, like, imagine if you discover a weapon more powerful than a nuke. You see what everybody freaks out about with nukes, right? Who has them, who doesn't. That's literally basically how the world is run right now.
Why we're at war in Iran, supposedly, right now.
So if you did have something that would do more destruction than a nuke, I could see that being a motive to completely eliminate the possibility of these people ever saying anything.
Correct. Yep. Because if they were to get captured by a foreign asset, I mean, they're scientists. You torture them for like half a second, and they're probably going to squeal.
Yeah.
Or probably, if they're men, probably easily bribed with women and drugs.
There's more than one way to skin the cat here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But a lot of weird stuff going on, and that story was actually a day late because as of today, it's spanning all the way back to 2022. That this has
Wow.
been going on. Another person to the list. The
And
list
that's
grows. It's
11,
like
did you
pretty
say?
soon it'll be the Epstein files. It'll be the Epstein list, man. Like 3
Yeah.
million of just keep going and going. But folks, hey, last call for callers. If you want to get your opinion heard, click the link, join us, and let us know what your thoughts are on anything we talked about today. Iran, abortion clinic blessings, Zuckerberg clones, missing scientists. What do you think? I assume our boy Paisios took off. Either way you look at it, it's a national security issue. Well, yeah, I mean, they either have to solve the crime or they have to give us their their made up story. You know, they got to make up something plausible for us to believe. So you can't just let this linger now because
No comment.
it's in the corporate press now.
Yeah. People, lots of people are asking questions.
So, but anyway, folks, if you have however long you've been watching, hit that thumbs up button, share the show with everyone you've ever met in your entire life, and subscribe to our channels if you've not already. Alex, do you have still top secret stuff going on? Anything new going on?
Nothing new, but yeah, trying to get some debates. Not too soon, but in the future.
If you love yourself some Christian Zionism, or if you hate Christian Zionism, you're either going to love or hate my latest video. Tucker Carlson had Nathan Apfel on his show, and he just said some really, really strange things. Christianity is socialist, and he said some wrong things about Christian Zionism as well. And I defended them because I do believe I have the correct theology in that regard. So have a look and see what you think. I use scripture, chapter, verse, and context. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. But check out that video and let me know what you think on that. And that's what all I got going on.
Awesome.
Folks, we are here every Thursday, 9:30, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere in that time frame. But we are here every Thursday. We want to take your calls. So we want to get people in the chat, friend and foe alike. We don't care. We'll take your phone call. So hopefully next week we can get some of that going on. But yeah, that's all I got. God bless every single one of you, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good night, guys.